I started this gym, Travis and I, in 2016. So we just celebrated our 6-year anniversary last July. We are very focused now on expansion. We've been serving the South Bay community and now we are going nationwide. So we're really excited to be able to offer Still Got It Fitness to the rest of the country because it's a service that's so needed by this 45 and up population.
Now it's probably about 10 years ago, he approached me and said, you know, you've been to school before and you have an education, and is there something you'd like to do other than be a trainer for the rest of your life? And I said, yeah, I'd really like to start a gym, but I have no idea how to do it. He kind of had that same idea, and he'd been really thinking about it for a long time, a lot longer than I was, that he wanted to go out on his own and have a gym. We decided that probably the best type of person to work with, because our clients had become a little bit older over time. They had more time and they were humble enough to realize that they needed some help in order to accomplish their goals. So we got together and started taking some business classes that related to the fitness industry, and the rest is history. Here we are.
Bruno taught me a new way of working out that was more gentle than I'd ever experienced before. He was able to help me build up my joints first and, my balance. And, for the first time in my life, I was really able to work out strenuously. It made a huge change in my health and led to me losing a very significant amount of weight.
Favorite thing is you just come and everything's all worked out for you. You just get to listen to the instructors, and the exercises are self-adjusting, and you can go as hard or as easy as you need to. Things change every few weeks, so there's enough variety to keep you from getting too bored, and there's a lot of social activity with group classes, and just keeps you motivated.
I love to take the step classes. I have not tried some of the other ones yet. Besides the camaraderie, the music, the exercise, it's a good way to start the day.
I am currently 75 years old. In 2 months, I will be 76. And I'm feeling like I did when I was 50 now. I really am. I'll never be 20 again. That's too much to hope for. But boy, if I could live or feel like I did in my 40s and 50s, I will be happy. I'll be a happy camper the rest of my life.
Well, we like to find out where you fit. You see these wonderful machines behind me. We like to find out where you fit in those machines. And we'll try to keep it as simple as possible, because these structures help you stay in a nice, balanced and stable position. As the confidence builds and the capabilities build, we move towards, a little bit more free weights and a little bit more bands and a little bit more balance. Like I said, it's a consultation, it's a together, conversation with me and the client, but they would start with, one set on machines, and then as they get the confidence and the capabilities, we'd move up to 2 sets and free weights, and then maybe go back and forth between the two if they're, sort of a teeter about whether or not they want to go fully in that one direction. But it's always a consultation and a conversation with the two of us.
The fitness industry is all about vanity. It's all about how good you look. It's about, looking good for maybe a wedding or looking good for the beach. That's not what we do here. Here we promote quality of life and to remaining functional for a long period of time. Now we want to offer that to the rest of the country, and we will go to the next level and be able to offer this to everybody.
A lot of our clients do feel like this is a very family-related type of business, that when you walk in the doors here, it doesn't feel like a gym. It looks like somebody's very large living room. We have signs on the walls that, about cars and trucks and different things that kind of relate to the age of our clientele. And so when they walk in here, they feel at home. They realize that, hey, these people are here to help us. It's a very comfortable atmosphere. If they're afraid of a big box gym, there's nothing wrong with a big box gym if you like that type of atmosphere. But a lot of people, the biggest step for them is to come through these doors and admit that they need help. And if they're not met with a friendly smile, with an empathetic voice of somebody who wants to understand their problem and help them solve that, they're probably not going to commit. They're going to just turn to tail and go outside and say, you know what, gyms are the worst place in the world. I don't want to go there. So coming in here, we want to support them in any way we can And even if they're no longer clients for whatever reason, if it's health concerns or they move away or whatever happens, we still continue to touch base with them and follow up and just make sure they're doing okay.
We have a lot of fun here in the classes. Yes, it's a workout. I'm soaking wet when I'm done, okay, with the workout because we work hard. We each work to our ability, okay? If we're supposed to do 20 repetitions or something and somebody can only do 5, they do 5, okay? And the next week, maybe they do 6. And a couple of weeks later, they're doing 10.
Coming here is like, you know, being a part of the family. It's very comfortable. And the nicest thing about Still Got It is just that it's a calm, relaxed atmosphere.
The atmosphere is just really fun and social. You know, you don't feel intimidated by the other folks that are here or any of the instructors. It's just all about wellness.
This gym, it's very homey. It's small. It's nice to visit with people. There's a nice setting area. They do puzzles out there. Everybody cares about everybody, and it's really a nice, happy place.
The family atmosphere aspect is very prominent here. It's felt the minute you walk in the door and ask, what are you doing? That's what we get when people come in, they go, what is this place? And immediately they're engulfed with, you know, every question needing to be answered, and they get lots of gifts when they come here on their first day. Pretty much orientations are available when you come in the door, and you get a full run of the place. You get to see everything you want. You get to meet just about every trainer and every person on the staff. Open door policy all the way around. Yeah, it's just a great place.
You know, when you walk in the place, you see that it doesn't look like a gym. The lobby looks a little bit like a roadside diner, where we have tables and chairs and TVs and a little coffee bar. So we're really welcoming. People tell us all the time that it's homey, and that's what we try to provide to our clients.
Walking in the door the very first time, I would say that was one of the things that very much interested me about being here, was that we are a family, we're not a big box gym, that we care about the members. And when I talk to members, even especially new people, mentioning to them that, you know, if you don't show up for a week or two to class, we're calling you on the phone and going, hey, are you okay? So it's really about caring for people as a person entirely, not just a number, but as to wanting to interact with members completely on the whole level, knowing their dog's name, knowing their kids' names. Everybody's family. That's the bottom line, is we're all family.
I'd say my approach with each individual client is what their goals are that they wrote down on paper. And when we get to a stage of them getting confident with their routine, we have a conversation. It's more of a consultation where we agree that certain things that they're confident in, we can keep doing those things and increase them. And things that they're not confident in, we can taper back and progress down and work to get that confidence back and that ability back, and then progress from there. Like I said, individuals are very different in that regard, but I like to make sure that each stage of that client doing something new is a joint effort, so that they don't feel like they're getting marched through a gauntlet of some kind that's, they don't understand. So if we talk about it beforehand, they have the confidence and they feel, assured that what they're doing is something that we are doing.
I was having trouble going up and down stairs. I was beginning to trip over throw rugs. I'd been going to too many funerals of friends. I had friends that were now getting around with walkers or those motorized scooters, and I could see myself going in that same direction. I didn't want to go there. I knew that I needed to make a change. I was aware of Still Got It since they had opened, but hadn't come in here. I didn't want to go to a gym.
As the kids got older and that activity went away, I just got more into my work and just spent more time sitting at the computer and just kept putting on the pounds, and the aches and pains got worse and worse. Sleeping got harder and harder, and I just decided I had to do something. Started doing searches on what I could do to try to help myself to lose some weight, get fit, feel better. After a few searches, after looking into some hardcore workouts that I knew I was just gonna get hurt and then I would really never get in shape, this popped up and came here and checked it out, and it's just been fantastic ever since. But I've been coming here pretty much 3 days a week for 4 years now. So it's just something that's been really easy to do and something that I'm motivated to do.
Some of the members that I've dealt with over the 6 years, it's phenomenal. It's so wonderful. Being in the fitness industry for about 32 years, working with the older adults and the less able adults the last number of years primarily, it's so great to see somebody be able to get out of their chair where they had trouble getting out of their chair a couple of years ago. Being able to get up off the floor should they decide to sit on the floor, or God forbid that they fall, but being able to bring themselves up off the floor. There's such a great feeling of accomplishment when you can see that you've changed the quality of somebody's life, to see that they were able to do things that they couldn't do, what they say they couldn't do 10 years ago, that they can help with their grandkids, that they can, get underneath the sink and fix a leaky pipe, whatever it might be. It's such a good feeling, and so many members have come to me and brought me that feedback that they're able to do things that they couldn't do even just a couple of years ago, even a year ago, that they couldn't do. The classes that I teach are the life fitness classes, which are sort of a boot camp kind of class that we do different kind of intervals. And for the group that's mostly, I would want to say, slightly more fit, between, say, 45 and 65, although we go up to 85 years old in the class. And I also do balance and mobility. And balance and mobility 1, we have members who are less able to move around independently. They have walkers or canes. And then there's balance mobility 2, which are the more able members that we do a lot of balance, obviously mobility, stability classes. They move around a lot. We kind of almost a combination of the fit class and the balance and mobility class.
I haven't availed myself of all the support that's here. I mean, I know that there's nutritional support and other kinds of counseling. There's personal training. I haven't got into a lot of that yet, but just the support I need, right now is just having those workouts ready to go. And they're here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday for me. They have classes every day, but I avail myself of the ones that work out for me for my schedule. They've added classes now, so if I miss a class, I can go to a different one. And if I can't make it here by 5 o'clock on the day that I usually can, there's one at 6. There's also one at 6:30 in the morning. So they really have a lot of options now.
For me to get help with my challenges, I had to be willing to just do almost anything. I had to get sick and tired of being sick and tired. Nutrition was a really important element of my physical recovery. I got a lot of help from Bruno, and still got it, around nutrition and developing a plan that really worked for me personally. Without all of it together, I wouldn't have seen the kind of recovery I have.
I can see the difference of working out. It just great all the way around, a whole body experience, mind, body, heart, the whole bit.
The changes that I've undergone here in the last 14 months, I have lost 55 pounds of weight. I've worked with Travis, the nutritionist here, and I've taken group classes to get toned up. My balance is way better than it used to be. I can go up and down several flights of stairs now with no effort. I've traded a lot of flab for a little bit of muscle. Not that I'm muscular, I've still got a lot of improvements to make, but I've come a long way. I feel so much better.
With my clients, they widely range. I have clients that are in, the 60-year-old range who just want to be able to move more and have more balance. And then I have a client who is coming up on his 99th birthday, and his goal is just to get to 100. So the goals are from here all the way to here. Sometimes it is strictly a weight that you want to gain. Sometimes it's a level of balance that you want to achieve. But most of the time, it's getting better than you were the previous day. And that's how we keep the energy in here. That's how we keep the enthusiasm. Everyone knows how they did before, and when they come in the door, it's only measured on their previous experience. There's no shame here. There's no hard and fast rules where you're putting strict on a rail. Everyone is an individual, and they get treated like that.
Here at Still Got It Fitness, we help the actively aging community of the South Bay and the rest of the country to create optimum health, greater longevity, and independence by having the best fitness and nutrition programs in a friendly atmosphere for each individual. We have group training, balance and mobility. We have 2 levels, level 1, level 2. We also have our signature class called the Live Fit, where we do core, we do flexibility, we do strength, we do agility. So it's a class that's a little bit more designed for the younger population, the 45 to 65, where we can, push them a little bit more, but each class have a progression and a regression. You can all go at your own pace. You can be a person that's like 100 pounds overweight next to somebody that's been taking the class for 3 years. And because, like I said, each exercise have a progression and a regression, this class have been designed by us here, and we are the only one in the country basically having this type of class. And that's why there's such a high demand for taking this to the rest of the country. The other aspect that we do is personal training. We just sit down with each individual. We do a consultation from what they tell us, their goals and needs, and their medical. We create a program to reach their goals and needs individually for them.
When I looked at other gyms, I would see 20-year-olds that didn't need to be there, going there. Their programs were geared for those kind of people. It's Still Got It, for us people that are over 50. They cater to us. They develop programs specifically for our needs. Once I came here, yes, I was very hesitant to start here, but when I made that inner commitment, I need to change my life. And I saw what they had here that potentially they could help me. I thought, well, I'll give it a try.
Well, I would say it's, like we talked about before, coming to join here, you are joining a family. Whether you need a fitness goal or you need a ride to the mechanic, we can provide that for you. I've seen it done, and it's a different place in that regard. Come on down, because it's not going anywhere.
When COVID happened, all the gyms closed. And so my friend Karen was teaching here, and when they reopened, they were doing things out in the parking lot, but then they decided to add a step class, and we had several other friends that have been taking step, and they opened up the studio for us.
Being in a fitness industry, we were one of the first business to get shut down. You know, and when a business gets shut down means, you know, no revenues. So financially it was really impactful on us, since, you know, our revenue dropped 50%. We got a lot of help from our clients, but the impact was great, and we still are recovering from the impact today. Fortunately, we are still here, we are still strong, and we're going, you know, looking toward a very, very bright future.
Through the period of the pandemic, it was very difficult because our revenue got cut in half almost overnight because of the pandemic. But I think one of the best things that helped us keep our doors open was that we were debt-free. That we were really tough on ourselves before the pandemic in terms of how we structured our business and made sure that we paid off our debts, and that would allow us to not have any bigger debts because of loss of revenue from our clients. And we were able to get some loans. Actually, there were grants from the government that helped us out. We were able to have some support from a lot of our clients that decided that they needed this business as much as we did, that if we folded, they would have no place to go. So they were able to keep us afloat, and as we continued to push forward and to find new ways to help clients and keep them safe and healthy through protocols and all the regulations that were put out there, it's really our members that were dedicated and loyal to what we were able to offer them, and have them feel that this was a safe environment to exercise no matter what was going on outside of these doors. They felt like, hey, I'm healthy, I'm safe, I can go there, stay that way, and improve their immune system and work hard and be able to continue to do things that they love to do.
When I started here in the group classes, I made a lot of new friends, people that were just like me. Okay, people that were in worse shape than I was, people that were in better shape than I was. I have people that are 10, 15 years my senior that are in better shape than I am today. Yes, I have goals now of where I want to go, and I don't know how many years I have left in my life, but I'm going to make the best of them. And I think Still Got It can help you do that.
I think everybody should get up and out, get some fresh air, take walks. It's fun to have friends to exercise with and compare notes.
I just think it's a great place to stay fit and to keep yourself from giving into the aging process. You know, you don't have to just decide that, you know, oh, I'm getting older and I'm just not going to be able to do things. If you get into a fitness workout like this, you know, you can stay fit and active for many, many, many years.
At other gyms, I think there's a lot of numbers based, and it's like, okay, what was this number, you know, a month ago, and how are we trying to get to this number? Here, it's how are you feeling? Okay, how are you doing? And then how are you feeling when you left? Okay, how are you feeling when you came in? How are you doing once you got here? And then how are you feeling when you left? And those are addressed at every stage of our members' experience here. How are you doing? Let's get in here and work out. And pretty much 99.9% of the time at the end of the workout, it's, whoo, I feel great. And so that's the feeling that we're trying to get out of every member every day, is that wow feeling.
In joining a club like Still Got It, you are a person. It's not just being a number. You come here, we know your name. We're gonna check on you if you haven't shown up for a while. Here we care about the person as a whole. It's not because we want you to be a member, it's because we care about you. And that's the bottom line, is caring about people as a whole and being able to see you progress as we all get older. You know, I'm one of them, so I understand what it's like to be getting older and being able to do things independently and having a place that we can go that we don't feel like we're outsiders and we don't feel like somebody's judging you and looking at you and saying, you know, that you can't do that. No, we're saying you can do it. You know, it might take a little longer, it might be a little more modified, but you can do it.
But I would say to people that are looking for something to do to improve their lives, that the first step is coming in the door. Because you can't really experience what we have to offer over the telephone or even in a video per se. You just need to come inside and see what we have to offer. And it's really about solving problems and creating solutions for those problems. We don't really push fitness. We're not into the glamour of muscles and all that. We want to promote a healthy lifestyle that produces quality of life so that people can do the things that they want to do.
My philosophy about fitness is if you don't take care of your wellness today, you will have to take care of your illness at some point. So exercise for me is every time you come and you eat well, you sleep well, but mostly you come and exercise, you're making a deposit into your health savings account. Because I see a lot of people, very wealthy people with a lot of money, but they can't really play. And it hurts me because what's the reason to have all that money if you can't really enjoy your life? So my role here is to provide people with that enjoyment so they can really appreciate and have a long life, and they can live as long as possible and eliminate or reduce the time that you are disabled at the end of your life.
Come on down to Still Got It Fitness. I guarantee we'll help you change your life.
It's just great. Good for the mind, good for the body, everything.